Is it possible for a dog to pull this many bricks on a cart that already weighs 1,200 pounds? Plus another concrete block for good measure? Seems impossible, right? Or perhaps a world record waiting to be broken. This is Bully Max Sports. Welcome all dog lovers, handlers, trainers, and breeders. My name's Elista. I'm your Bully Max host, taking you through our second UPF weight pull competition.
We're here in the Bully Max training facility, a wall-to-wall working dog complex, built for one purpose, building champions. Pretty impressive, right?
Obviously, I was shocked. It's beautiful, the best venue I've ever been to by far. And what I like most about it is it showcases and displays the weight pull dogs for what they deserve. You know, they put a lot of hard work into it. Nobody ever displays our dogs and puts them out there like that. You guys did a great job putting our dogs up on a pedestal. I love it, bro.
Yeah, this is no other facility that we've been to in the last, I want to say 25, 26 years that I've been involved with the sport. This is exactly what the sport needs. The place is just amazing. The equipment is top notch. I mean, there literally is no other place like Bully Max.
Dude, the Bully Max facility is like a Torrez R Us for weight pullers. I mean, it's the best weight pull facility I've ever seen, and I've been to hundreds of pulls, and it has to be the best pull I've ever been to.
We were at the Bully Max facility today for a UPF weight pull. This was our second event here with the weight pull. We were here volunteering, so I helped out with the paperwork.
And I helped out with the cart.
Let's take a look at one of the stars of our show, the Bully Max weight pull cart itself.
This is an actual train cart and real-life railroad tracks repurposed from a real-life railroad.
It has been designed for a completely level pulling experience, super important for the most optimal performance. When things get going, cart handlers are there to make sure it also stops. With safeguards in place, they have thought of everything. Now you might be asking yourself, what exactly is weight pull? Time for a bit of a history lesson. Weight pulling traces its origins back to the 19th century in the rugged yet beautiful regions of northern North America, Alaska, and Canada, as well as parts of Europe. In these places, dogs were more than companions. They were trusted partners in everyday life. Sled dogs helped guide and carry supplies across snowy landscapes, while on farms, hard-working dogs assisted by pulling carts filled with milk, meat, and equipment. During the gold rushes, they worked alongside miners, helping transport materials through challenging terrain. These dogs were valued not just for their strength, but for their loyalty, intelligence, and willingness to work alongside the people who cared for them. Over time, it became clear just how remarkable they were, their strength, endurance, and eagerness to pull, setting them apart. And from that partnership, the foundation for a sport began to take shape. Let's hear from the experts themselves.
Well, I think the easiest way to explain it is kind of like a strongman competition for dogs. You know, it's you going out there and you're showcasing the training that you have, you're showcasing the breed.
And you're pulling about 16 feet on the track. Usually it's on track or wheels. And you pull up to these weight pull competitions and everybody else is there working. Everybody in the weight pull community, super good people. You can ask anybody for advice or help and they're all gonna help you out.
Now that we've laid out the groundwork, let's get this pull started. 60 seconds on the clock, 16 feet to pull. We start with just the weight of the cart. Up first, McKinney's American Bully, Coco. She's pulling 3 American Bullies today, Coco, Venom, and Valkyrie. Unfortunately, Valkyrie was unable to pull the cart by itself. Let's add a few bricks, 1,751 pounds. This being the second Bully Max weight pull event, our judge Erica knows how smoothly this cart handles, allowing us to add bigger increments of weight. The American Pit Bull Terrier Mumble is up next, getting a jumping start, making its way down the track. For many competitors today, this is the first time they have used this state-of-the-art cart and track. One of the smallest dogs of the day, Rala, owned by Alicia Graham, is next to pull. Alicia will also be pulling a Bull Terrier today. Add more bricks to the cart. Let's see what these dogs can do with 2,272 pounds. Touching your dog will result in a foul. You are only allowed one foul before your dog is finished with the competition. Alicia has already received one, and this second foul means Rala is done for the day. Let's give this dog a hand. Mumble is back at it. When dogs jump at the start of a pull, it will sometimes help get the cart moving. However, it can also break traction, and most handlers try to train a dog not to jump. Here's that bull terrier we mentioned. Navi is another one of the dogs competing in the lightweight division. Let's hear from Erica Noseworthy about what it takes to become a weight pull judge.
So what it takes is you do have to apprentice under other judges to make sure that you are aware of the rules and regulations and all that. Also to kind of get a feel. So a lot of stuff judges do is like some things are courtesy, some things are a written rule. And so you kind of learn as you go, as you apprentice under people.
Caitlin Murphy, an expert in the sport, is pulling her dog what? Proving even the smallest dogs can be champions. Now for a cat to show these dogs how it's done. No, really, the only Belgian Malinois of the day is named Cat. Definitely our most vocal competitor in the room. On to our first sponsored handler of the day. This is Dani Sear with her dog pistol. This dog is 10 years old. Age is just a number when it comes to their determination in these sports. Dani is also pulling 3 dogs today: Pistol, Kevlar, and Smith. You may have noticed some inside info pop up at the bottom of the screen. If you have any tips or tricks or history lessons for us, please comment below. We love to hear from all dog lovers.
If you don't love your dog and your dog don't love you, he's not gonna do this.
Yeah.
So I like it because it brings a good bond with your dog. It shows good physical with the dog, the conditioning, and it keeps a breeder's program very functional too.
Exactly.
Because you can't have sloppy, falling apart dogs and do this sport at all.
They gotta be mentally and physically competent.
Yeah, for sure.
Erica is pulling 3 dogs today, but always arrives on site with many more. It's hard to keep track at this point how many dogs Blue Antics Kennels has. This is Lumi, successfully pulling 3,284 pounds. We asked Emmanuel of Funny Man Kennel to give us some advice on getting started in the sport.
The advice I can give: find a mentor, take your time and be patient. And if you don't have a dog, research breeders. Talk to the breeder. The breeder should be giving you guarantees. They should be giving you knowledge. Like I always tell anybody to get a puppy from me, you got knowledge for life. You gotta, you're a part of the family now, not just a person that spent money with me.
It looks like Pistol is done for the day. A good handler will know when their dog has had enough and remove them from the competition. Now, let's let the polls speak for themselves. I'll be back in a few minutes.
One of the things that we look for in our dogs is trainability. I want a dog that wants to be there, that wants to follow, that's looking for directive, that's easy to train and easy to handle, good temperament, which is basically everything that we need, when we're going to these events. You want a stable dog that wants to be there, that really needs that introduced into the breed as a whole.
A great way to learn about the sport is to first go and watch the sport. Be an active spectator. Don't just be on the sidelines, ask questions. And that's how we really got involved in many of our sports was, by word of mouth, the training facilities that we've gone to, and a lot of encouragement from others.
Weight pull, when done correctly, is not harmful to the dogs. It's a structured, well-regulated sport designed with their safety in mind. Organizations like the Unified Pulling Federation and the American Dog Breeders Association enforce strict rules to ensure dogs are never forced beyond their ability. Properly fitted harnesses like those from Max Performance distribute weight safely across the dog's body, and pulls are short, controlled efforts, more like a sprint than prolonged strain. Handlers are also expected to stop immediately if a dog shows signs of stress or unwillingness, keeping the focus on welfare first. In many ways, weight pull mirrors the kind of work dogs were historically bred to do, channeling their natural drive into a safe and positive outlet. Breeds like the American Pit Bull Terrier thrive on having a job, and the sport gives them both physical exercise and mental engagement. You just saw Dani's dog Smith on that one. Incredible muscle definition and strength. There goes Navi, the Bull Terrier, with its final successful pull of the day. Bull Terriers aren't the most common breed we see in weight pull, but we always enjoy seeing them make an appearance at our shows. Digging deep, this lightweight division canine has earned a well-deserved rest. With proper conditioning, training, and care, these dogs are treated like athletes, supported, monitored, and celebrated. At its best, weight pull isn't about pushing limits at all costs, but about building strength, confidence, and a strong bond between dog and handler. The pit crew you see loading the cart with bricks are actually Bully Max employees. During the week, they ensure that our on-site warehouse runs smoothly, shipping and receiving Bully Max product and helping build the next generation of champions. Their hard work is very much appreciated. This is Smith's final pull of the competition with 5,368 pounds. Up next is Lotta, belonging to Erica Noseworthy. That is until Holly and Scott Wolanski take ownership over her at the end of today. This is also Lotta's highest weight today. Sporting our orange Bully Max collar, she sure looks the part, finishing strong across the finish line. We can't wait to see what Holly and Scott do with her in the future. Ashlee Valenti is up next with Cat. You don't see a lot of Belgian Malinois pulling in the States either. However, there are plenty that do wall climb, an event we host in the training facility as well. A lot of dogs topped out at 5,368 pounds today. This is Brenda Holliday's German Shepherd, Deegan, part of the light heavyweight division. The Unified Pulling Federation allows all breeds and mixed breed dogs to participate in their weight pulling events. Kevlar will also end his day on this weight. Dani also refers to him as Kevin, an absolute beast doing wall climb and catching frisbees as well. Be sure to check out some of our action shots of other sports on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Here, we have What? Again, winning their lightweight division and most weight per pound. Let's hear it for Caitlin Murphy and What on their amazing accomplishment today. Unfortunately, McKinney's final dog of the day, Venom, is all out of energy and won't be able to pull the 6,318 pounds, ending his run with 5,552 pounds. An amazing feat. Let's hear it for our American bullies. For the first time today, Eli Carver comes to the track with a pit bull terrier we haven't seen before, Megan. Starting its day at 6,318 pounds, Eli usually doesn't enter the competition until later. He knows his dogs well and won't start them until enough weight has been added to the cart.
They said that we should steer clear of each other. Matches and gasoline, nothing but trouble. Said we never make it, but you ain't seen nothing yet.
And here comes Killshot with his final weight of 6,839. The last time we saw Killshot, he was just a puppy. Cat will also end today with 6,839 pounds. A great showing for the Belgian Malinois.
I think there's this idea in the back of people's mind that it's maybe abusive or things like that, and that's very common. And anytime someone actually gets out here and they see it themselves, they understand that they're like, oh, this is really great. The dogs truly love doing what they're doing, especially after they get a chance to like talk to someone in the sport. They realize that, oh, this is actually a wonderful sport.
But also that you got to have good food, good supplements. That's when Bully Max comes in handy right there, y'all. So feed right. And all these people that are conditioning weight pulling their dogs, they take great care of their dogs.
Yeah.
They're not dogs that sit there on the couch, get overweight. They're actually putting in the work. They're feeding great food to them. They're spending the time with them. So yeah, put in the time, stay consistent with your work.
And now for the first time ever, Wendy from PresaMania Kennels is on the track. Travis and Kassidy drove all the way from Texas for this event today. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more champion dog content. We are always on the road, capturing as many working dog events as we can. If you have an upcoming event, feel free to reach out and let us know. Apex, one of our favorite pullers, is on the track. We've seen this dog compete many times and never tire of its incredible abilities.
I think this event went great. We figured out how the cart worked this time. We were definitely able to get the higher weights that people were looking for. A lot of people's dogs really impressed me today, and we were able to move the event right along while still being fair for the newer and more novice competitors.
Only 5 dogs remain: Wendy, Machine Gun Kelly, Flex, Apex, and the legend himself, son Wukong. Wendy is from PresaMania Kennels, a prominent breeder established in 2006, specializing in working and show Presa Canarios. They focus on producing athletic dogs for personal protection and competition weight pull, often holding high-level working guarantees. Here is Funny Man Kennels, Machine Gun Kelly. This dog took home the title of top-ranked Ace of Ace in 2025. This dog is truly a sight to behold.
There's definitely a lot of camaraderie in weight pull. There's a lot of rivalry. But guess what? At the end of the day, I can still go sit down and have a beer, dinner, and steak with any one of these guys.
Now we've come to Apex's final pull, a whopping 13,684 pounds. We can't wait to see what this dog will do at our next event. So much drive can't be contained. We are proud to sponsor this dog and handler and look forward to their continued success. Now time for a flex. John Martin is another competitor who won't put their dog in until enough weight has been added. He knows exactly what Flex is capable of on this track. One of the remaining 4 dogs, Flex is usually one of the last canines in a competition. Low to the ground, digging deep, and crossing the finish line in spectacular fashion. It looks like we'll need a few more bricks for this next pull. Fortunately, there are a few extra outside. Send in the pit crew. Let's see what Flex can do with 14,740. These are wild numbers most people have never seen before. This will be Flex's top weight pulled, and Machine Gun Kelly's last pull as well. Absolutely incredible athleticism from these dogs and brilliant handling from these 2 men.
What do when you run out of bricks to add to the cart? You bust out the forklift.
And we've reached it at last. Wendy's final weight pull ever. The most she has ever pulled in her career. Now for a world record, 16,917 pounds. The myth, the legend, the mountain mover himself, Sun Wukong of ColdRiver Boerboels. This is history in the making.
Well, folks, that'll do it for another episode of Bully Max Sports. We'd like to thank all of our volunteers, judges, and dog handlers for their amazing contributions to this event.
In our next episode, we travel all across the Lone Star State, Texas. We start in Dallas with Katie McCutcheon and the Incredibles. Then make our way down to Houston for the Puller Pull and Top Dog competition. Then over to San Antonio, where we meet up with PresaMania Kennels for some incredible bite work training.
Be sure to join us next time for more bark, more bite, more crazy strong dogs, and as always, more Bully Max Sports.